Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do a video talking about fun, special products. I have 15 products that I think are really, really unique. And at this point in like the beauty industry slash makeup community, I feel like it's really hard to find products that are actually unique. There's so many releases being pumped out that it's hard to find something that's like actually new and exciting and can't be replicated in some other product. So I wanted to go through my collection and find some things that I thought really created a very unique effect on the face or on the skin and can't really be duped. So not only are these some of my favorite products, but also I feel like they're really, really special. And just do something new and exciting that I think you can't really find in other products. I believe the full details of this makeup look should be on my Instagram already. Also, these are the lashes I'm wearing in today's video. These are from iLure. They're these like silky, really, really luxurious lashes. iLure is kind of doing like fancy lashes now, which is like, I'm here for that. But these are really, really nice. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into some products I'm really, really enjoying. They're not like other girls. So the first product I have is something I think creates a really unique effect on the skin, and I feel like I haven't been able to find anything that remotely replicates the beautiful effect that this gives. So I've been raving about this for a bit. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Tilbury, and she's my wife. My skin's been like kind of thriving lately. So I've actually been using this as kind of a foundation substitute. It's not a foundation necessarily because there's like almost no coverage in here, but very glowy tinted liquid highlighter. This gives the most natural, glowy, dewy, juicy effect to the skin. Even though it is very radiant, I felt like it didn't emphasize any texture either. I do have quite a bit of texture on my forehead and my cheeks that I'm working on getting rid of. I feel like this just makes everything look very healthy, like I've gotten a ton of sleep, drank all my water, taken all my vitamins. It is just the most beautiful, dewy, but not too greasy effect on the skin. It also wears pretty well through the day. I just have to set this one in with a little bit of powder. Absolutely perfect complexion product. So I've been loving this as kind of a foundation substitute. Again, you can also use it as like a liquid highlighter on the high points of the face, or just anywhere you want a little bit of extra like health. This is
brown cow, stunning.
I have quite a few different highlighters in this video actually, but the first one I wanted to mention is kind of a hit and miss product for me sometimes. Sometimes it looks really, really good, but it's something definitely very unique. This is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb Highlighter in the shade How Many Carats. I've heard rumors that they're actually coming out with some more shades of this one. Actually, no, turns out that was something I completely dreamed. But this is basically almost like pure silver glitter. It's one of the few highlighters that I feel like gives a very like wet looking, like watery look to the cheekbones, which sounds super weird, but I really don't like using this one on its own. I know Tarte does that, but I feel like it's got such a high concentration of glitter that it just looks weird. So I kind of use it to just tap on top of a highlighter I'm already wearing to give extra like shine in this kind of like wet looking dewy, glowy look. Something about this just picks up the light and gives this beautiful like glossy, wet looking effect to the skin. And because it doesn't have like a base color, it's pretty much just like clear glitter. I feel like this also works as a topper on a lot of different skin tones as well as different highlighter colors. I really like this one over icy toned highlighters as well, and it's just so beautiful. This is also beautiful on the eyes as well if you want a kind of like glittery glass looking eye, but you also don't want to use eye gloss, which I think is kind of uncomfortable and not my favorite. You can put this on top and it just brings this beautiful like sheen to the eyes. I think the formula inside the Desi Katy Friendcation palette from Dose of Colors is probably one of the heights of innovation of our time. Elon Musk, who is that? These four like glittery topper shades have the most like beautiful effect on the eyes. They don't even look like your standard foil shimmer shades in the pan. They just look extremely special because you can tell how glittery these are. They're packed with this really fine micro glitter that I feel like picks up the light and creates this almost like kind of wet looking shimmer effect on the eyes. These are just like the most blingy, impactful shimmers, and they're so, so gorgeous. When this was first coming out, I think Desi and Katy were both posting like swatches on their Instagram of these shimmer shades, and I was like, that cannot be actually how they look in real life. But they are. This is just such a special palette. I wish some people would try and dupe these shades because they're insane. Okay, confession, I kind of hated the Glossier WOWDER when I first tried it out just because I kept layering it on my face. No. When I first tried this out, I was really, really into very matte skin. Like, even though it looked super heavy and cakey and nasty on my face, I wanted my skin to be completely shine free. So I would just like layer and layer on powder, and usually I was using the Laura Mercier Translucent, which is a very matte powder. So I first tried this one out and I was like, this is not doing anything because I kept layering this one on and my skin wouldn't be matte. But now I very much appreciate that because I don't like my skin to be completely flat across. I want a little bit of dimension. So if I'm going in with a more luminous foundation, like today I'm wearing the LARS Flawless Lumiere, I don't want it to be completely mattified when I put on powder, even though I'm gonna need to put on powder because it is a very glowy foundation. So setting everything into place with WOWDER is really good because it takes down that kind of like tackiness that's gonna make it crease and move around, but it also doesn't make it completely mattified and flat, so I kind of keep that little bit of glow without looking dead. I do wish they had a bit of a lighter shade or maybe a translucent one. I use the shade Light Medium, which works okay. It's a little bit dark sometimes in the very palest of my winter shades, but it's still fine. And it like does enough to preserve the dewy glow without making me worried for the future of my face. Okay, honestly, if Anastasia Beverly Hills does not come out with more shades of the Amrezy highlighter in this same exact formula, I will be suing. Not only is this packaging more beautiful than I'll ever be in my life, it's a Bake Chalet formula, but it's different from other ones I've tried out where I feel like there's absolutely no fallout. Like, it's impossible to create fallout with this one. You could like dig your brush in here and you would just get more and more glowy. I get excited when I start seeing glow on my cheekbones. I'll kind of just go too hard. So with over highlighters, for example, I have to be very careful that I don't go a little bit too hard because I've been known to look like the Tin Man. I can build it up. It gets more and more blinding each time, but it doesn't look like a stripe of metal on my cheekbone. And then if I top this one off with like a little bit of setting spray, it just melts in and it looks so beautiful. I know they came out with loose highlighters, which I am planning on getting 1 or 2 shades of those. But I want pressed highlighters, single pressed highlighters in this exact same formula. Please, Anastasia, Norvina. It's a public service. I really feel like a lot of the products from the BECCA Skin Love collection flew under people's radars. The most talked about thing I heard was the foundation, which I really, really love. But that was like a whole collection that dropped last year, and I felt like no one talked about anything other than the foundation. I really like the serum in that line as well, but probably one of my favorite things from the collection was the BECCA Skin Love Glow Glaze Stick. It looks at first like a standard stick highlighter, but this has almost no base color to it. It's literally just like a gloss stick. So I'll apply it on my hand right now. There's no really base pigment to it. It just has this like wet looking effect on the skin. The thing that I don't love about this one is that I can't necessarily wear it with like foundation. It is just not something you can wear with coverage products. So if I'm gonna wear this one, I have to wear it with like a light tinted moisturizer or no foundation, or with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter just for some extra insane glow. But even if I'm going with a very like light coverage foundation, I have to either be very, very careful with this one. But this is like a skin gloss, so it's gonna move around foundation. That being said, I think the name Glow Glaze Stick is very appropriate because this looks like a glazed donut on your face. It is downright like wet looking on the cheekbones to a point where you could touch this and it would kind of feel like wet and sticky. So sometimes I wear this one on its own, sometimes I layer on a little bit of like highlighter on top. I really like layering the Physicians Formula Butter highlighter on top of this one, but it is a really, really unique effect on the skin. Definitely if you like that kind of like wet looking Glossier type model. I woke up like this and I didn't have to do 45 minutes worth of makeup to look this beautiful. If you like wearing makeup to the gym as well, this is beautiful on the high points of the face just to give a little bit of extra like oomph. It's just beautiful on its own. It's kind of like a subtle glossy highlighter. Going through my primer drawer, I found quite a few different things I thought could be pretty unique. The Tatcha Silk Canvas, I believe they have come out with a few dupes for that one, so that's not the most unique product anymore, but something I think is, as of now, undupable would be the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. Everyone was kind of dubbing this one as Facetune in a bottle, and as someone who is an avid lover of Facetune, yes, I can attest to that. It is beautiful. This is just like a smoothing filter over the pores, so it fills in everything. I feel like this did a really nice job of creating a very smooth canvas for makeup to apply on top of, but also it has a tiny bit of tackiness to it where I feel like it held down everything, so it's kind of the best of both worlds of all the different primers. So you get the pore filling action, you get the longevity of a nice sticky primer, but you also get this kind of like skincare effect as well because there are some really, really nice ingredients in here. So, and I think it's a pretty unique product. The other primer though that I really want to mention was the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. This is actually a very new release, and I am on First Aid Beauty's PR list, but I like didn't even hear anything about this one, so I was kind of surprised when it showed up at my doorstep. But I've been using this for about a week and I freaking love it. But it's a very light moisturizing balm. It feels like I'm applying a moisturizer to my face, and it kind of smells like a moisturizer as well. It's light eucalyptus kind of scent to it, so it smells like skincare. It doesn't smell like a fragrance. So even if you are sensitive to like scents in your products, I still feel like this would be fine for you because it's a very, very gentle. Glided over these like dry spots I have on my cheeks, but it also has this nice tacky finish as well, so I felt like my makeup was really sticking to it when I applied it. And the ingredients in here are just awesome. Hyaluronic acid is like my favorite thing. So this kind of came out of nowhere for me, but I'm loving this so much. And now for the most transcendent packaging of all time. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. This, I believe, came out during summer of last year, and I don't think I saw anyone talking about this, which was kind of sad because I really like this one a lot. I think everyone was kind of over colorful highlighters when this one came out, and ABH had already done the Moonchild Glow Kit a couple of years back, as well as the Aurora one, so I think people were over it and just like they didn't need a new glow kit that was the same thing, but this is not the same thing at all. Moonchild is just pretty much like standard colorful highlighters. They have that just like icy white base to them, and they're just like standard shifty colorful highlighters. These are very, very glittery, kind of like duochrome pearlescent highlighters. So I might as well just apply one because I'm wearing 3 different highlighters right now. I think I'm gonna go into this green one here. The green just turns into this beautiful like pink shift on the cheekbone, and it has this wet look as well. The trend of this video is pretty much just like wet looking things on the skin. I also really like these on the eyes, so these are beautiful on the inner corner as well as on the lid. Again, something in the pearlization of these ones, the glitteriness comes across as this beautiful like shiftiness on the cheekbones, and it looks wet but also has this really cool like duochrome color shift that you can't see from head on, but when you turn your cheek and you catch the light in the perfect way, it's like, oh, that's pink, cool. This is the last glow kit that they released, and I haven't seen anything from them since, indicating that they're coming out with another glow kit, which hopefully means that they're coming out with single highlighters. Please. I really believe that Robin Rihanna Fenty, our overlord, has come out with some of the most like unique and innovative products in the beauty industry. Some of her launches I've kind of just been like, what the fuck? But something I think she really just like killed it on, and I haven't been able to find anything that remotely comes close to duping this, is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. And it seems easy enough to dupe these because it's like, it's a pink lip gloss. No. And after I used up my first Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in full, I was like kind of hesitant to go back and buy another lip gloss because they're $18, and that's like more than I normally spend for like any lip gloss. So I was intent on trying a couple dupes. I tried the e.l.f. Alyssa Ashley gloss. I think I tried a Colourpop one, Champagne Mommy. That was supposed to be a dupe. I tried out every Fenty Gloss Bomb dupe under the sun. And I bought it again because nothing could even remotely come close to the formula of this one, but also the insane effect. The Fenty Glow one, it's this beautiful like universal rosy color. It has this nice warmth to it, so if I'm wearing something I feel like is a bit too like cool toned or brown toned, I can just put this one on there and it turns into the perfect universal nude pinky lip color, and it's beautiful. The Diamond Glow one, it looks white and very scary, but it's this clear gloss with very, very fine silver glitter in it that it looks so glassy and wet on the lips. One of these is very, very juicy, not very sticky on the lips, and it just has this nice cushioning effect, so it looks very plump, but it doesn't have any like tingling lip plumping effects. So I love these. I bought the Fussy Gloss Bomb as well, but that's in my purse somewhere. So that one's nice. I do like Fenty Glow a little bit better, but these are so unique and so good. I'm so sorry, I'm being very awkward in this video. I don't know why. I want to give you my soliloquy on the Hourglass Caution Mascara, and you're probably thinking like,
if you love it so much, why do you have a sample size?
Because I like free stuff. I don't think mascara is something that's often very unique. Most of the time I kind of just stick to drugstore mascara other than the Kush mascara. This is one of my exceptions because it's one of the best waterproof mascaras without being actually waterproof. This is gonna get really emo really quickly, but I wear this mascara when I know I'm gonna cry. So there's even a remote chance that I could get misty-eyed, or if I could tear up throughout the day, or just even if I just need my mascara to just stay in and not be violated by any extreme circumstances, I will wear this one because this does not budge on my face. It does not flake. It's the closest to being a waterproof mascara that any non-waterproof mascara could ever be, but also it's really easy to remove too. So I really like this one a lot. Very expensive, but I think it's one of the most unique formulas. You've seen me with a very, very chunky glitter on my eyes on Instagram. It has more than likely been these. These are the Glitter Injections jelly glitter thingies, and technically they're not eye safe, but I live life on the wild side. But basically these are just insanely texturized, beautiful glitter jellies. It's a very chunky glitter suspended with some other like finer glitters. Put it on like anywhere, it just looks very multi-dimensional and wet. But these are kind of like my secret to getting very poppy, intense, just like dramatic, that extra touch to take a look to the next level, and I really, really like these. So I don't put these like directly on my lash line. I try and keep them like up here so I can like easily remove them so they won't get into my eyes, or I just put them like below down here. And like any heavy glitter, they will crease if you put them directly into the crease, so I kind of just do like liner with them. But these are one of my favorite things in the known universe. Besides the Dose of Color shimmer formula, I feel like the other really unique eyeshadow formula that I really like is Huda Beauty, particularly her shimmers. So I wanted to talk about some of the very foiled duochrome shimmers that she has in some of her Obsessions palettes and also her bigger ones. Obsessions palettes, the mattes are fine, but I mostly love these ones for the shimmers because you do get more shimmers in these palettes, but also you get some really fun, like unique texturized topper shades. With this Obsessions, which is personally my favorite, I recently used in Get Ready With Me, and this purple shade in the middle is insanely gorgeous. And then the Emerald Obsessions, I love this kind of like glittery lime green shade down here. But these shimmers are super intense in the eyes and they do not take a lot of building. Same with the Desert Dusk. I feel like the topper shades in here, as well as the standard shimmers, they just don't take a ton of like building up to get to this really intense, like beautiful effect in the eyes. And then the nude palette, these are a different shimmer formula, but still just beautiful. This is kind of what I look for in a shimmer formula, which is very foiled, very impactful, and able to catch the light in a way that's very brightening on the eyes. So Country Boy,
I love you.
these are a really good shimmer formula and very unique. The Burt's Toasted Cinnamon Blush, I think this is such a unique effect on the cheeks because it's kind of a bronzer and a blush at the same time. It's a really reddish tone blush. So if I put this one on and I'm wearing bronzer already, I kind of just blend it down into the bronzer and it creates this slightly reddish flush on the cheeks that looks very natural and very sun-kissed. I have tried many a brown tone blush, but nothing remotely this beautiful. Final products I think are very unique are the Ofra Nikkie Tutorials highlighters. Last year she came out with Cloud 9 and Space Baby. These are these two like beautiful opalescent duochrome colorful highlighters. Cloud 9 is pink and Space Baby is blue. You can mix them together and get purple. That's how colors work. But these are really gorgeous, very unlike other colorful highlighters. So unlike the Anastasia Dream Glow Kit, I feel like these aren't super glittery, but unlike the other ones, they're not like a super stark white base. So I feel like they'll work on a bunch of different skin tones, and they're just kind of this pure duochrome shift on the cheekbone. So you could be wearing it and like from head on you can't see any highlighter, but then you turn your cheekbone and it's like blue.
Majestic.
I really like these a lot. These actually made it into my 2018 favorites because they're very nice.
Very nice.
Alright, so that is it for the 15 products that are really unique that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's kind of out of the box idea for me. I've been planning it for a while, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed down below and also follow me on Instagram to see some unique makeup looks. And if you made it to the very end of this video, you get the bonus meme. I love you. Bye.
Bitch, you gonna step on my fucking toe, bitch, with them cowgirl boots, bitch, disgusting.
Be gone,